Hi, this is Jeevaratnam and welcome to my channel Jeevan Astro Answers. And this topic is about air in human body. Have you felt that a constant pressure around you but you cannot visualize it? Yeah, it's really true. That's the air that surrounds us. Air is a matter, so it has mass and weight, but it has no center color, and the atmospheric pressure is created by the weight of air. Earlier, air was assumed to be made up of a single substance, but now it's understood that it's a mixture of gases. Air constitutes about 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, 0.9% argon, 0.04% carbon dioxide, and contain very small amounts of other gases and water vapor. Oxygen is one of the most abundant elements in the universe, and it makes up to 20% of the Earth's atmosphere. Incredibly, the most prevalent element in our body is oxygen. Oxygen makes up to 65% of the human body and is responsible for creating 90% of the body's energy. To respire, we need oxygen. Even the animals in aquatic habitats also need oxygen to sustain themselves because air is the fundamental element that keeps us alive. And the respiratory system helps our body to absorb oxygen from the air. And the circulatory system, which is made up of the heart and blood vessels, supports the respiratory system and it transfers the blood to the lungs and other organs. The respiratory system is the network of organs and tissues that helps us breathe. It includes the airways, lungs, and blood vessels. The surrounding muscles that power the lungs are also a part of the respiratory system. In respiratory system, lungs are the main organs. It's located inside the chest cavity. The left lung is slightly smaller than the right lung, since the heart occupies some space on the left side. The right lung is divided into three lobes that section, and the left lung is divided into two lobes. And the respiratory system includes mouth, nose, and linked air passages called the nasal cavity and sinuses, larynx that's voice box, trachea that's windpipe, tubes called bronchial tubes or bronchi, and their branches. And the small branches are called bronchioles. When we breathe in, air first enters into the body through the nose or mouth. Here, the air gets warm and moistens, since cool, dry air can irritate the lungs. Subsequently, air passes through the airways and travels down into the lungs. The airways are pipes that carry oxygen-rich air to the lungs and also transfer the waste gas carbon dioxide out of the lungs. In the airways, the air travels to voice box and moves down to the windpipe, that is trachea. At the bottom of the windpipe, bronchial tubes are connected to each lung. Rings of tough tissue called cartilage act as a support to keep the bronchial tubes open. Inside the lungs, the bronchial tubes branches into thousands of thinner tubes called bronchioles. The bronchioles end in clusters of tiny air sacs called alveoli. The lungs have about 150 million alveoli. Normally, the alveoli are elastic, meaning that their size and shape can change easily. Alveoli can easily expand and contract because their inside are coated with a substance called surfactant. Surfactant helps the lungs to inflate more easily when we breathe in. It also prevents the lungs from collapsing when we breathe out. Each of these alveoli is made up of a mesh of tiny blood vessels called capillaries. The capillaries connect to a network of arteries and veins that move blood throughout the body. The pulmonary artery and its branches deliver carbon dioxide rich blood to the capillaries that surround the alveoli. Carbon dioxide moves from the blood into the air inside the alveoli. At the same time, oxygen moves from the air into the blood in the capillaries. This is where the gas exchange takes place. Let's see how the oxygen is utilized to obtain energy from the food and carbon dioxide is released from each cells. In our body, all cells need to be able to obtain and transport energy to power their life functions. For cells to continue living, they must be able to operate essential functions. For this, cells continuously needs energy. With the help of oxygen, each cell obtains energy from the food. Then, how does it occur? ATP is the most common form of energy currency to the cells. ATP is a biomolecule which stores a lot of energy in its phosphate bonds. Whenever the energy is needed for the cellular function, these bonds can be broken down to release that energy. In eukaryotic organisms, these ATPs are generated through a digestive phase called cellular respiration. As soon as the food gets digested in the digestive tract, with the help of the bloodstream, glucose from the carbohydrate enters into each cells. To produce energy, glucose enters into the metabolic process called cellular respiration. Cellular respiration performed in mitochondria. Mitochondria is one of the cellular organelles that are designed to break down sugars and produce ATP very efficiently. Mitochondria are often called as the powerhouse of the cell because they can able to produce so much ATP. Biologists differ cellular respiration into three main stages or steps, that is glycolysis, the tricarboxylic acid cycle, and oxidative phosphorylation, that is respiratory chain phosphorylation. To get more information about this, watch my other videos, Oxygen in Metabolism and Oxygen in Circulatory Systems. The overall equation for aerobic respiration shows glucose being combined with oxygen and ADP to produce carbon dioxide, water, and ATP. You can see that once it's completely broken down, the carbon molecules of glucose are exalted as 6 molecules of carbon dioxide. The process of aerobic respiration produces a huge amount of ATP from each molecule of sugar. In fact, each molecule of sugar digested by a plant or animal cell yields 36 molecules of ATP. And this released ATP is further used for cellular functions. According to astrology, air signs zodiacs are winds of changes, strengths, and communication. The element of air deals with analytical reasoning, ideas, information, actions, and socialization. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius are the zodiac of air signs. All of the zodiacs in air signs have a great sense of communicating and thinking power rather than emotions. They can analyze problems from every perspective and conclude that with justice. Libra is a cardinal sign, Gemini is a mutable sign, and Aquarius is a fixed sign. Gemini is the most versatile as it can adapt to new circumstances. Libra believes in justice, communication, and taking action. Aquarius is all about being original and visionary. It's a simple scientific fact that our body cannot operate to peak performance without the adequate supply of oxygen in the blood, because each cell in our body uses oxygen to convert nutrients into heat and energy. Along with food, oxygen is the primary nutrition needed to grow, repair, and maintain all of our body cells and tissues. The more energy and warmth our body needs, the more oxygen it will consume. So, maintaining a pollution free air is very important for our survival, because air is the principal basic component that is compulsory for the existence of all living species in the air. I hope you might have received some useful information from this video. We will meet you soon in my next video. Till then, take care and bye.